Welcome back to the show, Extra Rich. On the menu for today, we have 5 people shot, including children, near a rec center. Oh, whoa. Okay, let's hop right into it.
I'm tired of thoughts and prayers at moments like this because they seem so deficient. It is not enough. It shouldn't happen, and it shouldn't occur.
From Philadelphia's mayor to the community, frustration is mounting over the gun violence in our city. Rec centers used to be places for kids to play safely, but as we have seen time and time again, that is no longer the case. Today's shooting outside a rec center and community pool in West Philadelphia happened while dozens of kids were swimming and its summer camp had just wrapped for the day. 5 people were injured, including 4 children, the youngest just 10 years old. This is the 10 o'clock news. I'm Sheba Russell. Here's what we know so far. Police say sometime this afternoon a fight broke out near Christie Rec Center. It was broken up, but then the people involved in that fight returned to the area and opened fire. 2 young children, 10 and 11 years old, were grazed by bullets. 2 teenagers, both 16 years old, are also recovering tonight. One is in critical condition. And an adult rec center employee was also grazed. Our Shawnette Wilson is live at Philadelphia Police Headquarters for us tonight. Shawnette, we are most certainly feeling the frustration and the sadness here.
And Sheba, this was the first day that this pool was open, the first chance that these kids had to be there and swim around. It was just filled over the weekend. What has happened has rocked this community.
That means that you have no regard for human life. You have no regard for our young people.
A tragic scene at Christie Recreation Center.
Nah, she made a great point there. She made a great point. No regard for the young folks. No regard for human life. You know, I recall seeing a story of an individual whose grandparents were pine boxed and set ablaze with them. Well, their house was set ablaze with them in it. And it's like, bro, since when did that become like the thing to do? Just because you can't get to the person that you mad at, now we going after grandparents and in this case, kids? Like that is just wild to me. Because there used to be a time where grandparents and kids were just, hey, off limits, completely off limits. I don't care what y'all got going on, that's off limits. And in some cases, you know, if the dude is with his children, if y'all got beef, I catch you. You know, like now, don't nobody care. Kids involved, grandparents involved, your mama, everybody getting it. And bro, it's just wild to me. You know, this is also the crazy thing. I think part of this is due to these young folks not being able to fight. Because it used to be a situation where, hey, we have our little squabble, we have our little fight, we fight it out, and we go our separate ways. Now is, nah, we ain't fighting, we shooting. And it's just like, bro, guns don't make you tough. I'm just saying, I just gotta put that out there. Guns don't make you tough. Just because you can shoot somebody don't make you tough. A 3-year-old can shoot somebody. That 3-year-old ain't tough. Like, it's this culture these days is just weird, man. And that's why I stay away from all of it. I don't go anywhere near any type of large gatherings or nothing. I ain't going nowhere where ain't no metal detectors. Okay? And even then, like, I'm still a little sketchy, you know? These folks, man, they on a different type of time, man. They on some demon time. This is ridiculous. Shooting kids, and didn't pine box not one single person, which, you know, thank goodness, right? You don't want to see that. But that also leads to another thing. These boys just be spraying with no type of aim, no type of nothing, just letting go. This is ridiculous. And you know what's also funny about this? You ain't gonna ever see, in a situation like this, you will never see any of these so-called black leaders that you always see when there's some type of instance, you know, with with the Carmelo Anthony situation that recently happened, the high school track guy with, you know, that stabbed the other white guy. When you see all the black leaders coming out, or when the whole George Floyd situation, the Al Sharptons of the world, you'll never see these folks when instances like this happen. You know why? because there's no political points to score. There's no money to be made when it comes to black on black crime. You don't ever see these individuals. There was a week in Chicago where, I believe this is Philly though, but there was a week in Chicago, if I remember correctly, like 40 people were shot. Like 12 people died. Where were all these black leaders when that situation happened? Nowhere to be found. But as soon as it happens to be a white person and a black person that clash and something bad happens, oh, we racial injustice. We gotta march. Man, when it's dollars and cents to be made, you'll see their face. When it ain't, you won't see them. I think that should tell you everything you need to know about these individuals. Everything you need to know. Where's the outrage? Where's the marching? Where is it? Where's the getting in front of the camera and giving the long speeches? Where is it? I'm just saying. Also, these liberal city policies. Arrest these folks and throw away the keys. Stop letting these people back out on the streets. If you kill somebody, bro, first-degree murder should be a mandatory minimum of either life in prison or the death penalty. Second-degree murder, you should probably get about 60, 70 years. Minimum. You should spend almost the rest of your life in prison for a second-degree murder charge. You start doing that, bro, this stuff will start to die down. The problem is some of these folks know that they're going to get out in 20 years. And in some cases, less than that. I done seen some crazy stuff. Some crazy sentences. But carry on.
Center in West Philly this afternoon. Police crime scene tape around the pool and parts of the building. Shell casings on the ground, even a bullet hole in this car parked near the corner of 56 and Christian.
Those people who are responsible, whomever they are, once the investigation is complete, any and everyone associated with this will be held accountable.
City officials were upset.
Yeah, they'll be held accountable and they'll be out in 3 years. They'll be right back out on the streets in 3 years and doing the exact same thing. So I don't even want to hear that nonsense. Start throwing away the key on these folks, bro. Throw away the key. You hit 4 kids and an adult. You should get a minimum of 35 years in prison. A minimum. Probably more than that. Lock these folks. Bro, these folks do not need to be walking amongst us. They don't need to be walking amongst us, bro. If you're willing to just go outside and just spray like that, 50 years. I don't care. Get these folks out of society, bro. This is crazy. But you know what? They're not going to get that. Because, they just kids. And no, they grew up bad and this and that. They make up all kinds of excuses for why these folks shouldn't be thrown in prison for the rest of their life. And then they wonder why stuff like this continues to happen.
And angry to report a shooting that left 5 people hurt. Investigators say police took a 10-year-old boy and 11-year-old girl to CHOP, both with graze wounds and in stable condition. They say a 16-year-old boy arrived at another hospital where he is in critical condition. Another 16-year-old boy was taken to Penn Presby in stable condition. And lastly, a 32-year-old man who is a city employee with the rec center suffered a graze wound to the hand and is in stable condition.
To find that we have almost 75 children in the pool, and individuals will come down here and fire when our children are here. There are boundaries. And if they don't set the boundaries, then we will set them for them.
Police Commissioner Kevin Bethel says early information is that there was a fight here earlier in the day, that rec center staff and an officer on detail here broke up. But around 4 o'clock, people came back.
Fired at individuals who were not in the pool but on 56th Street outside of the pool.
Harold Boswell is a community crisis intervention advocate with an organization called Eddie's House.
It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart because I got kids and my team, they got kids.
He says they canvass this area almost every day.
We tell people all the time, you got a problem, reach out to us. We'll try to solve it for you. They don't have to go this far.
Eli Mount lives nearby.
Why kids can't just come here and have fun besides somebody coming here and start shooting at people?
And police tell us they have a lot of video to look at for clues. Of course, the rec center has cameras. They also went into a convenience store on the corner of Sheba to get video from their cameras. They're asking anyone who has information about this shooting to call 215-686-TIPS. And
ain't nobody calling.
Just from the community here, this is, I want to be clear, not information confirmed by police, Sheba, but on the scene today, a lot of people in the community were saying that this had something to do with an argument over a girl. Again, not confirmed by police, but many people out there were saying that tonight, including some of the community leaders who canvassed that area and were talking to young people while we were out there.
Crashing out over a chick, bro. Over a chick. You know, I just saw a video like this a couple months ago, probably. Buddy was at some food spot, like a food truck or something. His chick hopped out. She was grabbing some food. Some other dude walked up and I guess tried to like sell her some reefer or something. And he got mad. The dude, you know, the boyfriend got mad because he was sitting in the car still. He got mad because the dude walked up and talked to his chick while she was, you know, trying to get some food or whatever, I guess. And ended up shooting the dude dead right there. Now he in prison, hopefully for the rest of his life. I doubt it, depending on what city he in. But now he in prison, right? He gonna be going for at least a little while. And now what? You around a bunch of men, bro. Yo, what you think? You think your chick ain't about to get her cheeks clapped out here? You did that because a dude talked to your woman, but now you in prison and you think ain't no other dudes gonna talk to your woman while she out here free and you locked in a box? Come on now. People gotta think, bro. And you crashing out over a chick shooting at a rec center, bro. At a rec center. Kids can't even go have fun at the rec center. New pool. Can't even swim in the pool without worrying about bullets whizzing over your head. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. And then they say, you know, here's the phone line to call, bro. You know ain't nobody calling. And that's also another problem. This no snitching. Oh, no snitching, no snitching. But we care so much about black people. If you care so much about black people, then you need to tell the police on these black people that's terrorizing the people that you say you care about. You can't say you care about black people, but you don't want to snitch on a dude that's terrorizing the same people that you say you care about. That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense. It's not logical. Yeah, I'm not going to tell on this dude, even though he terrorizing the community and the very people that I say that I care so much about, because I don't want to be labeled a snitch. Like, what? That's so stupid. It's so stupid. There's so much I can say about this that I'm so sick of, bro. It is just, I got a headache. This is ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. And like I said, and of course, they gonna wonder why a week later, the same type of situation, the same type of circumstances is gonna happen all over again. And they go sit there and wonder, well, what's going on in the community? As if they don't fucking know. Excuse my language. As if they don't know. And you know what? You still ain't gonna see these so-called black leaders come out. Because ain't no dollars to be made. Ain't no political points to be scored. You ain't gonna see none of these folks. All of these folks that come out every time there's a white versus black instance and claim racial injustice and blah, 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 blah. You ain't gonna see not one single one of them mother lovers. Not a single one. Because it was never about caring about people. It was about the dollars and the cents. Or scoring political points. That's it. That's all. And it's clearly obvious. Y'all get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Make sure you hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Stay safe. Peace.